We're talking about the documentary, The Magic Pill, and debating the keto diet with filmmaker, the documentary's director, Rob Tate. Also via Skype, we have internal medicine physician, Dr. Jason Fung, as well as cardiologist, Dr. Joel Kahn, via Skype, having a very interesting discussion here.
During the documentary, when someone had an illness, were they just using the ketogenic diet, or were they using the ketogenic diet in addition to medication?
Virtually everyone who had an illness was already heavily on medications. I don't know if you saw the film, but there's literally a scene where my cousin shows you like the 12 sets of pills.
So, I mean, when they got better.
Yes,
when
so
they
as
got
they
better,
got better, they let themselves off of certain pills. For example, Abigail started reducing her seizure medications. She was on something called Onfi, which is intensely expensive.
So they continued the medications until they got better, and then they proceeded with the diet. They didn't just say, I'm going to stop my medication and let this diet make me better. And
they did it under a doctor's supervision. Patty, for example, was lowering her insulin little by little by little until the very end she was off it entirely.
What I do worry about is people hearing about a fad, okay? And I'm not saying it's a temporary fad, but they'll hear keto diet. And then someone will say, oh, just eat high fat and eliminate all carbs. And if you do it the wrong way, you also are eliminating fiber, and you're eliminating a lot of other important nutrients. And so I always would caution someone, if you're gonna try a new diet, whatever it may be, if you're gonna try a vegan diet or a high fat diet, know what you're doing. But one of the places, and I wanted to ask you this, Rob, because this may be where you and Dr. Kahn agree or disagree, but I just want to use the example of whole grains. With the keto diet, because you're pretty much trying to eliminate any excess carbs, you're potentially telling people, in my humble opinion, that they can't have things like oatmeal loaded with fruit. And I worry because some people, we're different. I couldn't do a keto diet if I wanted, because I've tried it and my body, it just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't. But I eat a really healthy diet, and it does include healthy whole grains. What do you say to someone like that?
Well, I think it's very easy, particularly in mainstream media. It's very easy to say, oh, if we just balance everything, if we just have a well balanced, if it's just a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and a little bit of this. And yes,
it's actually not. For the record, I disagree completely.
Okay,
it's almost impossible in the mainstream media to do that because it's not sexy. I always say I can't sit up here on the stage and say, hey, everyone, eat a balanced diet. It's not sexy. That's not a headline driver. There's nothing cool about that.